Welcome to this week's episode of Zench and Works. We were going to solve a headlight issue with this thing. Here, I'll just show you. I was driving it home, and one of the first times I was driving it at night, I had to turn my headlights on. Well, my passenger side headlight started blinking, and they're HIDs. So I thought maybe it's a bulb issue, maybe a ballast issue. I don't know. But I unplugged it and I got it home with the high beams. Luckily, there was someone in front of me that I knew that I could get real close to. Either way or how, I just plugged it back in and turned the headlights on, and they're working. So I fixed it. Pretty much, I fixed it. I don't know how, but I fixed it. Kind of like the trunk release thing. But so this episode is going to be a lot shorter. We're going to do an oil change on the Grand Marquis, because if we don't do the oil change on the Grand Marquis, we're going to end up blowing that motor when we go to drift it. So I'm going to get that done and just talk to you guys a little bit about the future of the channel, and then the future of the direction that I kind of want to take the channel, if that makes sense. It'll make sense. Just let's get the oil change done, okay? So actually, funny story is I forgot the oil over at my in-laws' place, so now we got to go get it. Anywho's, we're not going to take the Grand Marquis. I know it would make sense to take the Grand Marquis to get the oil up to temperature, but I don't want to drive the Grand Marquis. I don't have to. And I don't have to because I got Lola. So let's go get the oil. Let's fire up Lola, go get the oil, and then we'll come back here. And then maybe we'll take the Grand Marquis around the block a few times, and then we'll change the oil. That's the plan. Alrighty, so like I said, we're going to start the vehicle, let it warm up for 5-10 minutes, get the oil nice and hot. I changed my shirt and my hat because the other ones were nice. Car's been running for about 7.5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and shut her down. Oh, coolant starting to get up to temperature there, so we're good. All right. So one of the first things I do doing an oil change is, see this filler cap? The first thing I do is take that off. It's going to let all the oil flow nice when we crack that drain bolt. Valvoline 520 oil, Wix filter, and ratchet set out. So we can guess 16 times as to what size this drain bolt's going to be. Anyhow, let's get onto the car and get the drain. Almost forgot one. Almost forgot the most important part. What we're going to catch the oil in. Look at that. Job's pretty simple. You get your oil drain right there. Make sure not to do the transmission on accidente. I'm pretty sure this is a 16 mil, if I remember correctly. So let's get a wrench on there. Yeah, it is. Get a wrench on there. Just give her a good smack. Oh. Didn't quite get her loose. There we go. Oh, and then you just gotta take that out carefully and hope that oil doesn't go everywhere. So yeah, oil's all but drained. Just gonna let it sit there and simmer for a little bit. But looking at the underside of this rig, it's really not too bad. We got rust, you know, because it was a Pennsylvania car and it was driven throughout the winter. But we have a power steering leak that we need to address before we go drifting. But that's not too big of a job. Otherwise, I mean, the car looks pretty decent. It's got new upper control arms, both sides on the front. A pretty beefy sway bar there. And I like it because this is also a little crash support there in front of the radiator. So I think it's going to make a good drift car. Now with the oil drained, we got to get to this filter right there. Kind of in a pain. It's annoying. It's an annoying spot. We got to get up there, get that filter wrenched off, and then drain that as well. So, all right. Now with the oil filter out, we're gonna get the new one out of its box. Don't blow away. And come here. Come on. Okay. Just go like that. Okay. Now we want to take some of this fresh oil and just get it on that O-ring. And then also it's a good idea to check that the O-ring came off with the filter, because sometimes if you get it sent to, or if you take it to like a quick lube place, they'll wrench this thing on so tight that this O-ring here gets stuck on the filter housing. So, alrighty. Crack open one of these. Small one. With the filter change, on this oil change, we will have exactly 6 quarts. So we have exactly how much we need. Normally I run Rotella on this, but I got this stuff at a good deal, so might as well use it. We're just gonna hop down and get some of that old oil off of the steering rack and clean it up as best we can. And then we'll pop that new filter in there. There it is. Oil filter's all nice and snug. You don't want to tighten that too much either. You get the oil filter right there. It's kind of reflecting, so, but here. Oil filter's on there. It's kind of in a pain in the neck spot to get, but now all we got to do is pour the oil in here.
to do is clean up. And don't forget to put your oil cap back on. Tell you what, that'd be horrendous. And then we got to take this old oil over to O'Reilly's. Throw these away. You guys like this video. This week was a little boring. It was just a basic maintenance oil change on the Grand Marquis, but something that needed to be done and progress forward in a way, just keeping that car healthy so that when we do make it a drift car, we're not chasing burnt valves and ringland failures and timing chain stretch, and you know what I'm saying. So if you liked it, drop a like, comment, subscribe. All of that helps the algorithm in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how exactly it works, but it does. And it's one step closer to moving the F-250 from Arizona to here in Indiana so we can make the Grand Marquis a drift build. Budget drift build. Let's go. All right, I'll see you guys next week on Zention Works. Thank you very much for watching.